a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see a squad from Conference USA, the Delaware Blue Hens, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. The Blue Hens ready to put toe to leather and get this season started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the Florida Gators offense will dial up the first ball plays in this one. They'll try the run. Makes it past the marker. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
And we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality. And that's what you want to see from this unit.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
The inside handoff. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Billy Napier fought his way off the hot seat last year as the Gators broke a 4-year bowl drought, something not seen since the mid-'80s in Gainesville, and this is a talented team with expectation.
They're riding a lot of momentum. You beat Ole Miss, you beat LSU to finish the season. You've got DJ Legway back at quarterback, so there are a lot of people really excited in Gainesville for what these Gators might do.
And the schedule is incredibly challenging, but yet no longer the negativity. And now believing in Billy Napier, believing in Lagway, one of the most talented quarterbacks in the country. Interested to see how the Florida Gators look this year.
They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Brought down at the 26-yard line after a pickup of 10 yards on the play, and it'll be a first down. He's up to 41 yards rushing for him now, and that is a way to make your presence felt in the early part of the season. Wide open downfield. He stopped just short of the goal line at the 1. An explosive play has him set up. Now you might have the defense's head spinning a little bit now. Hit him with a big run, now they hit him with a big pass.
It's so hard to defend both. You know that. Which coverage do I want to put? Do I put more people in the box to stop the run? When you've got this kind of balance on offense.
And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Florida. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Delaware's offense will have its first possession of the game. And they are going to be met up front by a defensive line group that is going to make life miserable on the offensive line and the quarterback in this whole offense, David.
And this challenge in front of them. This defensive line is quick, they're physical, they're powerful, they wreck games. They individually take over because of their greatness. It's focal point 1, 2, and 3, Jesse.
They're physical and athletic, and that's the thing that's so dynamic about this position group, right? They stop the run, you get after your quarterback. Tremendous challenge for this offensive line to try and match that physicality. We'll see if they can get it done.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to the point.
Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Got guys, let's chat for just a moment about Delaware. The good news about starting the season outside the top 25, not a lot of lofty expectations. You can sneak up on a few teams, but sooner or later, you're going to want to get that attention and get into those rankings.
A lot more, but it's not impossible. In recent years, you saw it with Indiana coming out of absolutely nowhere. You saw it back in the day with USF. You've seen it with Rutgers. Like, in the past, you can do it. You can put it together, gain some momentum, but it starts with this game right here.
TCU reached the national championship game a few years back, and no one expected much of them that season either, so you never know. And what's important is what people believe inside your own locker room. This team thinks they can do some really special things this year, and they get a chance to start strong here in week 1.
Rides the back on the option, the give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Did you see how fast he got to the ball carrier and get that tackle for loss? Wow.
The play action fake. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on third down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Oh, he can't hang on to the football. A big play sitting right there for the taking, and they can't get it done early in this one. And the Blue Hens will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Not going to get a chance to field that one, and the punt will bounce out of bounds. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is, because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
The Gators line up, trying to move the sticks on third and short. Trying to make magic with his feet. It's a seam wide open. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
He did a really good job on third down, knowing where the sticks were, making sure he got past them. Listen, quarterbacks can get hit near the goal line, punching in on third down. Those are those situations where it's okay to put the quarterback's body on the line.
From the gun, the ground game. And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
Back to pass. It's Lagway. Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return. Move this field position.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
DBs lock up tight on the receivers. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really nice job by the defense playing responsibility football, making sure the quarterback couldn't make any of his reads, making sure the picture is not clear, getting downhill, getting the quarterback on the ground.
Quick completion to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Important in the passing game, but it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Third down. Red zone play. Crowd alive. From the gun, wants to pass. And this is going to be incomplete on third. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They send the tight end in motion. From the gun, running back gets the give. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down and 2nd and 9. Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's ball. They'll spot the ball at the 34 as he goes out of bounds right there.
Man, as a quarterback, too, after throwing picks, you just got to find completions to get the good mojo going, right? The very next drive. So he's getting to that right away. He's like, look, if it's not open downfield, where's my running back? I'm in the pocket. I can see him easy. Spit it out to him. Let's get some of those good vibes going again.
Coming through that third down conversion, and they'll mark it at the 43.
Well, they go with a toss play, and you see the patience this running back has. I love when he has the ball in his hands. He's just able to sort of feel out where defenders are. He's able to see the hole open up. Once he sees it, puts his foot in the ground and gets upfield. Nice carry.
They'll run it from the gun. He's now up to 52 yards rushing in the early going, and he is making an impact in the first game of the season. The Gators with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Fires to the big fella. Makes the stop at the 35-yard line. They rip off 15 yards on that one, and they are rolling.
And that's why play action is going to be big in this game. You saw how it just freeze the second level of that defense just for a second and allowed the tight end to work himself vertically down the field. But how about this guy after the catch, right? So hard to bring down. What a weapon.
Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Tight end now in motion. The give to the tailback. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This guy's got a lot of tools in his toolbox, toting the rock, man. He showed you right there. And when I think back to Florida running backs, Emmitt Smith, all-time great. But a guy I played with in Gainesville, Fred Taylor. He was so big, but so fast for a guy his size. He just caused so many problems for the defenses we face. And I think in the SEC today, you have got to be able to run the football if you're going to win games. And this guy right here, he's going to give the Gators a chance.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
On first down, it's 2nd and 9. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Might be looking to run. Unloads to the right. Looking for the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the 1st and goal.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. I think on that last completion, it was a good example of it.
The Gators line it up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wide receiver. With the run on 1st and goal. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. 2nd and goal for the offense. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Dropping back, it's Flagway. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away, and that's one he'd like to have back.
Third and goal, where defensive coordinators have to make a stand. Pushes toward the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping 3rd downs management. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
Right on the money. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. The Blue Hens will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Slips through the line. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Gators sending the offense back to work. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense.
He lost one down the sideline. Makes the catch. He will score. Touchdown, Gator.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the 1st half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the 1st half.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Okay, guys, here comes the Devil Bear offense onto the field. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat. They've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. On the run, fires downfield. Got his man. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down.
Turning it on. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31. And the Blue Hens headed quickly to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You're trying to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Quickly to the tight end. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's move on.
On third down, going up top. Pass rush, coming after the quarterback, and they get him in. Let's see what they have dialed up as this drive starts from the 29-yard line. They'll move the tight end. From the gun, the running back looking for room. All out of space. He's now up to 64 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on first down with the play fake. He's going to run it. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hit.
One of the things I love about Blue Legs as a former quarterback is it's sort of a run-pass option yourself, right? You're given the choice and the freedom out in space to just do what the defense is not ready for. And that time, everybody covered in the back end, but no one there accounting for the quarterback. So go get as many yards as you can. Nice job.
The Gators have a lot of options on second and inches. They'll move the wide receiver. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, you just feel like the running back's asking for redemption on that one. You know, second and short, and you're giving him the football. He can't get the first himself. Now it's third down. He's looking over on the sideline like, call it again, throw me the ball, I can go do this. It's never a good feeling for the running back in that situation.
Puts it out of the air. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot, get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
Catch in the middle, it's Daniels. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
Give to the back. Runs through it. There he goes. Puts it. Touchdown, Florida. And they take it in for 6 more points. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points. Good drink of water. And maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
He'll start the return inside his spot. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. And now the Blue Hen offense onto the field. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
And I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do. It was a nice job moving the football, but they got to get in the end zone this time.
Yeah, and I think to do that, they just got to be more physical at the point of attack. Get some push up front. They need to be the
pass. Rush is on him. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Referee signals timeout as the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Makes the grab. It's Patterson. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They boot it away. Looks it in at the 40. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on him. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. This has been an impressive first half, and Jesse did love nothing better than to tack another one on before the break.
And why would they want to stop at this point? Everything they've dialed up, they've been able to execute throwing and running the football, David.
And how critical is it for this defense to get a stop down right now before the half? They can create some momentum on their side by getting a stop before the half.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. Threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Caught in the backfield. It's Sturdivant.
And I like the execution by this defense, understanding where the first down marker is. Let them throw the ball short, come up, get him on the ground, forcing a 4th down. Decision time for this offense.
They booted away on 4th down. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Here's the pressure. The sure hands, it's Silver. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains, they mark it at the 29. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Wants to throw on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Got the quick pass. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Patterson. Lowers that shoulder, delivers the blow. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. The Blue Hens will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Finds the tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle, giving up size, still got him on the turf.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They've got the screen set up. And he's going to be just short of the 1st down. It's going to bring up a decision for this coach. The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And as the clock is... They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. Picks up the 1st down. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases, get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, give on the inside. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. And the Blue Hens will try to pin them back with the punt. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. He'll field the punt and take it back. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Let's see if they can put together a drive starting from their own 28. On the run, it's Webb. He picks up maybe a couple before he's stopped right at the 30-yard line.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Running back searching for a hole. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Send the tight end in motion. The give to the back. Just ran him over. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the 1st down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays.
Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Bounced right back to them.
Out of all the ways to get a 1st down, that's how the offense chose to do it. I mean, make the... Throw the interception, Palmer, but heads-up play, force the fumble, and recover it. 1st down.
And David, you know the quarter.
Looking for more room. He's finally stopped, and not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. Give him 96 yards rushing now here in week 1. A solid start to this new campaign. Under fire. Steps away. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. 3rd and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a 3rd down opportunity that's in their favor.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. And the Gators are flying down the field. Slams ahead. Just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop.
No doubt, offense wants to keep running the football to win this game, but I'm wondering if they're starting to go to the well too often. They got to start showing some new wrinkles here in the 2nd half.
Looking to throw, it's Lagway. Touchdown, Gator! Quick strike through the air for the score.
This offense said they wanted to start the year all gas and no brakes. That's exactly what this game has shown. From the very opening whistle, this offense has been in sync. They've been explosive. Defense has had no answer for them. This unit is going to give teams problems because of their playmaking ability all year long.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, the Blue Hen offense going to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels got to be able to put some points up on the board.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wide receiver going in motion. Now the play fake. Grabbed in the backfield. It's LeBoy. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. The Blue Hens will call on their punt team. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. Fair catch is called for in the midst of all this range. Is concentrate on one thing, making the catch. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. First snap of this drive will come from the 46. Tight end now in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Buys a little extra time. He's going to take off. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself and slide. Great job, nice athleticism, good decision to take off scrambling and help his offense, but you really are seeing his inexperience shine through here in this game.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for a man. It's Lagway. That's caught. It's Sturdivant. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too, but don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
He's got it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida!
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they have been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop you.
On the run from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Guys, the Delaware offense going back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They'll send the back in motion. First play of the drive wants to throw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting that fat.
Turning on the Jets. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
Man, coaches talked about they want to get this running back involved early and often and create some momentum, and this is a great way to do it. Early in this football game, ripping off an explosive run, get the juices going, and I bet you he's going to get a few more touches today.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Blue Hens now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Off the RPO, complete. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Ineligible receipt, downfield, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down.
Here we go.
Motion from the back. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Blue Hens send out the punt unit. We've seen a lot of the punt team 6th time tonight. Makes a move. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Scanning the field, it's Flagway. That's caught. It's Sturdivant.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
The Gators in a good spot here with second and short. They're going to run it. He breaks the tackle. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
On 1st and 10 from the 38. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the ground. He's got it again. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every day. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
Trying play action. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. The Gators have this offense rolling. A first down run on the doorstep. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you could tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Almost intercepted. Zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Right down the boulevard. It's good. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Got his man downfield. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum, gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Bring in the heat. Pulls it in. It's Wilson. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires one high and deep. He's got it in more than enough for a first down. And you can see the offense just feeling itself. They've got it down to the 21.
This has been a frustrating day. I mean, they haven't moved the ball consistently, and now you get a play, but they haven't put 2 and 3 and 4 plays together, and that's why they're trailing in this football game. So maybe they can find some kind of a rhythm here late in the game and get something cooking.
Caught. And he runs into a wall. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Off the play fake. Under fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Brown wants to pass. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. Solid run on the last play. Sets this offense up on first down. Right back to the well. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense just being very sound, understanding what they were seeing, and going and getting it. A lot of times these running backs force missed tackles and make you miss and make big plays. This defense did a good job of not letting that happen.
And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
They'll run play action. And the misconnection on the first attempt. See if he gets a little looser. And the Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and look for room. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Okay, guys, here comes the Delaware offense onto the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
Turns it loose. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. Backed up now, here's second and long. The play action fake. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And the Blue Hens will send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the return man is stopped, and now will leave it up to the offense on the next drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Almost had the pick there. Would have been his second of the game. Instead, it brings up third down.
Yeah, nice coverage, and you'd like to snag that interception, but there's always a reason why these thoroughbred athletes play defense. It's usually because of their lack of hands, like you just said.
Good, solid pick up there. Now they can start to smell it with the first down at the 31. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Grab behind the line. It's Hawkins. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. The Gators look to keep this drive humming. Looking for space. It's Webb. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work on second down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Back to the ground with the running back. Touchdown, Gator! And they add 6 more to the... The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Defense not showing press coverage. Brown will throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, a lot of things haven't gone right for him. You saw an incompletion right there. It's been offense, it's been defense. They just haven't been able to click and get into a rhythm here. And now they're playing catch-up, and you know they're going to be throwing at each and every play here in the fourth quarter.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. Third and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his big tight end. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. These corners going to give them some space. Catch in the middle, it's LeBoy. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover and pick up the first. The Blue Hens can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And the Blue Hens are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll snap it from the gun on third down. Finds his tight end. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The Blue Hens decide to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep checking the field and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
That's the way to open a drive. Now they'll put it in play just shy of midfield. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
And I'm a fan of this, man. Run the football, eat the clock. We got the lead. This offense has put together a nice day, man. Like just balance, rhythm, timing, play calling, everything has worked. That's why they've built this lead. They've had a great day today.
Rides to the back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they... You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
Oh, he's got some space. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw. Incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
And he fights his way forward. Gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Fires to the tight end. They make the stop, and the clock strikes 0, and that will do it for this one. The old coaching cliche, go let her know every week. And for the first week, they get it done.
Great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work out throughout the season. But 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. And if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.